Hi, welcome back to the Leadership Help Desk, where we're trying to make happy employees and make you a better leader. Here, I've come up with a short checklist of things that you should consider if you're a manager and hoping to be a leader. A checklist of things that you should write down, put it on an index card, and carry it around with you forever. In every workplace, we have a bunch of individuals. And all of those individuals have needs. And you're always going to have some sort of feeling of favoritism. There's going to be those employees that feel like they're left out, they're alienated. All the employees have needs, which you have to address because that gets them going in the right direction. Some will have self-esteem problems. Some will have self-efficacy problems. They're not trained. They don't feel good about themselves and what they can do. Some feel slighted. And lastly, some just need a smile. Now, this is purity in leadership. That's what I call it. This is the Leadership Help Desk, and that's why I'm here. I want to make workplaces more happy, more productive, more customer focused, more employee focused. And I've done so far about 30 videos, and in those videos I've covered things that are so important that can help you become a better workplace manager / leader. Things that we have covered in previous videos that I wish you would benefit so much. Benefit like crazy. If you'd go back and look at the videos on Deming's 96-4 rule, that'll open up your eyes. Go back and look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, what people need, not what they want. We have to take care of their needs so they can take care of our needs. We have Herzberg, which is fascinating about satisfaction and what goes into satisfaction and what goes into dissatisfaction or no dissatisfaction. We have the 5 job characteristics model that will make jobs more motivating, more interesting for people. People want a purpose. They want meaningfulness in their job. We have a lot of videos coming up on Deming. Fear. We've done the fear one. The Hawthorne effect. And if you want to see something really crazy, go watch the video on feeding the hog. That is what you get if you don't pay attention to these things. Now, I've broken down the checklist into 2 levels. The first level is getting to know the individual employee. The second level is more of a grand scheme kind of thing, a macro picture that we have to paint for the employee so they know what they're shooting for. Now, in level 1, this is easy. This is easy. Do you know each employee? You probably have 20, 25 employees. Do you know each one? Do you know their situation? Do you know if they're married or not? Do you know if they have kids? Once you can connect with them on that level, which a lot of people are afraid of, I don't know why, then we have something to talk about. We can, we have concern for people. We show that we care. Are they properly trained? How many employees are out there just trying to figure things out and they're in a state of fear? They don't know exactly how things work. Like the copying machine, the computer, the program, the stove, the insurance policy. They can't explain it to the customer because nobody has given them the time to learn the ins and outs of everything. So we need to focus on these things. It's easy. Do you know their mood? A lot of people come to work and they're masking. They're not showing their real mood. They might not be engaged, but they're faking it. So if we get to know them as an individual, we'll know when they're in the mood and how to get them in the mood. Do you know their ambitions? Some jobs aren't meant to be careers. But if we knew what people's ambitions were, maybe they might be in the wrong position, or they're starting out, they understand that, they want to be in that position, and they want to move to, say, this position. If we knew their ambitions, then, instead of them just quitting, maybe we could be finding a spot for them in another place within the company. And that would make things better. You don't lose a good employee. Does every employee fit in somehow? We always have those outcasts, those outliers that never seem to fit in. I'm kind of one of them. So how do we bring those people into the group and get them to become famous for something? Do they feel good about themselves? If you as a leader or a manager are making people feel bad about themselves, that's not going to serve the customer. That's not going to serve the company. So how can we get people to feel good about themselves and be seen as an individual and a team member? Have you listened to each employee? Now, this doesn't have to take all week to do. This can be done in 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, a couple of times on Monday, a couple of times on Tuesday. Hey, we need to go see how Wendy is doing on Wednesday because she hasn't been acting quite normal. Maybe she doesn't feel good about herself. Have you recognized them for something good? This concept goes back, a lot of these concepts go back, nothing changes, but have you recognized them for doing something good? Have you caught them doing the right thing? That is something that you can build on. Catch them doing something right. Have you communicated at all? I see this. The leader/manager is in their office all the time, and the employees are out of the loop. They feel alienated. They don't have the full story. They can't figure the whole thing out, and that's where the rumors and the guesswork starts coming in, and then they start feeling insecure, and all they need is for the leader/manager to get out of the office, maybe have a huddle, and communicate. What's going on? Why has this changed? What changes are coming up? Just anything. Explain the situation to them. Have you been a role model? Have you gotten your hands dirty? That's very important. I came from an airline, and it was almost, since I have a management background, I noticed that the managers would suit up in employee uniforms about once a month, every 2 months, because we needed help. It's going to be a really bad day, so they're going to suit up and get dirty for one day to show that they can do the job. They know the workplace. Have you been a positive, supportive coach, or have you been negative? That's a big one. Have you been positive today, and how so? So this is what I consider level 1 leadership checklist. Now on level 2, it kind of goes into the communication. We have a huddle every morning, at the start of every shift, so the employees can get feedback on how things are going on a macro level. Are we doing good? Are we making money? Are the customers satisfied? Why aren't they satisfied? Do the employees know the grand scheme? They just, do this, but in the grand scheme, what does that mean? And who are their internal customers that they're serving if that's the case? What are your values? And have you instilled them? Hopefully your values are positive. We're people oriented. We're customer oriented. We care about our employees. Have we instilled a customer focus within the employees, a value of working together and valuing people? So first of all, you have to know your values and then go from there. And are you managing your culture? When the culture starts to sour, you got to pick it back up and turn it positive. If we start getting frustrated with the customers, we got to turn them around and get them focused on the customers. Explain the situation. So, those are my 2 levels of leadership in a checklist. You don't have to spend the whole week on it. Just a couple of minutes every day. Maybe manage by walking around, or what I would say, leadership by walking around. Now, when you look at all of this and you got a question mark in your head and you're going, no, I haven't done that. I haven't done that. I haven't done that. No, maybe next week. We don't have time. There's too many fires to put out. Well, the reason you have fires is because of a lack of all of this. Now, in an upcoming video, I'm going to explain the concept of, are you really in competition? Are you in competition? Are we in competition? Or are we just come to work to try not to lose? Are we trying to win? A leader that doesn't do any of this stuff, are they trying to win? Just trying not to lose. Something to think about. I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry about my throat. I get a shot in it. But anyway, subscribe, clickety-click the like, and come back for more. Go see these videos. Go see these videos. It'll change your life. Thanks. Hope you liked it.